So we all know that Erin Condren just had a new release of life planners. Now, I've had experience with both Erin Condren and Happy Planner. So which one do I choose?
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan.
Wait a minute. Stop. I need you to do this for me right now. It takes 0 time. Press that subscribe button. See what it does. I appreciate you. Hello, Planner Babes. Welcome to Catchtheticplans. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Now we're getting into Happy Planner versus Erin Condren. We all know Erin Condren came out with that new release, and I've had experience with both the Erin Condren Life Planner as well as Happy Planners. And we're going to get all into which one should we rather choose. But just so you know what we're using today to decorate my weekly spread for April 29th to May 5th, we're going in with Planything's Spring Vibes. And we're also going to be using one of my dolls from Cocosvision. I have chosen my girl Ciara, and I thought her dress went really well with these florals. Now let's get into it. Alright, so let me start off with telling you guys about my experience with Erin Condren. I do have quite a few planners from Erin Condren. I have the Daily Duo, which you may be seeing some shorts for. I also have her teacher planner, which I don't really use as much, and I will get into why in just a little bit. And then I also have another planner, which I somehow forgotten about, sadly. And that is the Vertical Weekly Life Planner. So do you think that's enough planners to own? If you're anything like me, you also have a Happy Planner stash on the side as well. So for a Happy Planner, I do have the dashboard layout, the horizontal, I have a mini, I have a vertical, I have them all in dated and also undated. However, do I really need all of these planners? It's a good question. I'll touch more on how I use each of those planners and if I even really need all of those planners. Because you're probably thinking that is way too much planners. Real question is, which one do I think is better? Now, I use a Daily Duo for work as well as for just my regular day-to-day life. So I want to be a little careful pulling up my girl Ciara. If you're new here, I am an affiliate for Cocosvision. I will drop the link down for this doll in my description box below. But I love the Daily Duo for work, typically because the teacher planner just did not work for me. I tried customizing the planner last year for what I thought I would need, but because the Erin Condren planner is spiral bound, once it's planned, it's once it's customized, it's just customized. Unlike the Happy Planner where you're able to take the components of the planner apart and put it together to your liking and franking planning. And I'm honestly liking that better than ordering everything beforehand. Sorry, I'm trying to think and cut at the same time because I don't want to mess up my page. Now, why in the world would a teacher use a daily planner for work? And to be quite honest, a lot of my work comes home with me. To be honest here, if you really want me to be that great of an effective teacher, I'm not going to be lesson planning while I have students in front of me. I go back to work on Wednesday. I am in New York, and our students are just wrapping up their spring break, and it was much needed. There are people who think we have a little bit too much time off, but trust me, our brains really need to recharge. But back to the planners. My work typically extends past my contractual day, and in order to keep it somewhat normal, so to say, where I'm not overworking myself or doing too much, I do rely on those timestamps from the Daily Duo to help me figure out how much time do I really have, so that way I'm not taking all of my time for just planning lessons. I also need to work out my timing because I'm a parent as well. I'm working on my timing to see, you know, how much time do I really have to spend on any given activity that I may have planned for the day. Also, that daily planner helps me as well when the timestamps in particular, you know, really help me just organize what I need to do during what time. Sometimes I'm so beat from the actual workday that by the time my prep comes around, I'm like, what did I plan to do again? And I have all those things written down. If you don't know, if you're not a teacher, the prep time is, for me, a 45 to 50-minute block where we can discuss data for students, where we can make copies or, you know, do whatever to help us function professionally for the day. I know I have something planned on the 4th. I'm not worried about whiting out the lines so much today, so to speak. All right, so the teacher planner, you know, I said before, it just really didn't work for me because it was just too big. It was too bulky. It was an 8.5 by 11, so I was carrying that around in my book bag plus my laptop. It was just getting way too heavy, and it was too much, and then I couldn't walk with another planner really for the day because it would just honestly be way too heavy to carry around. I'm kind of just placing some stickers down to just help me remember what I need to do for this week. I do wish some of these stickers were a bit larger, or at least the functional boxes, to cover up more space, but I'm going to cluster up these stickers to just help me. So for my teacher life planner, that does not mean that I'm going to toss it out and discontinue the use of it totally. I have noticed that there are some planners that do use the teacher planner as like a social media planner. I do use the Happy Planner dashboard layout as my social media planner for right now, and it has been working for me. And if it's not broke, I'm not gonna fix it. So that vertical Erin Condren life layout that I mentioned that I had earlier, I honestly just simply forgot I had it. When I did receive that planner, I really was looking into, you know, how do you make your planner work for you? How do you decorate it? And that's when I honestly fell in love with Happy Planners. I started finding all of the planners who decoratively planned, and I loved it. I saw how, you know, various planners would Franken-plan to make that planner work for them. Sometimes it works in the beginning of the year, And sometimes you might realize halfway throughout the year, you may need to switch some things up, which is something that I'm glad that I'm able to do with the Happy Planner, unlike my experience with the Erin Condren Life Planner. I've tried the teacher planner, you know, a few times, and that's just not working. But I really do love using the Daily Duo. The Daily Duo is one of my loves. So I'm not writing off Erin Condren planners. Totally 100%. As you know, they'll have a purpose. They'll work for you some way, somehow. But it just did not work for me. So, what about all of my Happy Planner planners? I'm still obsessed, still in love with all of the Happy Planner planners. My dashboard layout, I already mentioned that I use it for social media. Now I also have an undated dashboard layout, which I started using for Bible journaling. Bible journaling is something new that I've gotten into, and I've decided to, for now, keep it a bit personal, just for me. Wake up in the morning, and it's become part of my, you know, routine to read scripture for a day. I have a devotional, which I also am using as well to help me study the Bible a little more. And I wanted to be a little more grounded in faith, and I'm feel as if my planners are helping me to do that. My horizontal layout, as you see here, this one I use as my catch-all planner. So it's capturing everything that is going on for the week. This is where pretty much almost all of my planners honestly come together. Without this planner, I honestly don't know what I would do. I might even show you guys today how I fill this out, because I did have someone tell me before that they would like to see exactly, you know, what I'm putting in here and how I might fill it out for myself. I'm gonna put that to the side on my wax paper. And I really don't mind showing exactly how I use this. I have other videos on my channel that I will link as well that pretty much shows how I use my boxes. For example, this box is going to be my lunches or dinners for the week. So that way I'm not scrambling, wondering what am I going to make for dinner? What is my son and I going to have to eat? I try to make sure that there is a box on every day so something sticks out. Today is already Monday. We're already into the week. I'm already being as productive as I possibly can be. I am extremely late on my spring cleaning list, and today I have definitely knocked out a few spring cleaning tasks, and I can't even tell you how proud I am of myself for doing such a thing. I do really wish I had a little more color options here. I'm actually gonna switch the layout of that. Really wanted a regular long box. Did not have one. Okay. But anyway, back to my Happy Planner layouts. This is my catch-all, my horizontal layout. My vertical layout, I actually don't use the vertical pages. I have not necessarily gotten into like the monthly layouts for Happy Planner, or at least I haven't tried to even look one up. I kind of just recently discovered the monthly layouts, but I wanted the monthly pages in order to track my budget. And then I do create some of my own budget sheet, which I use to track my spending and create my budget. today I actually thought of franking planning and just recently took apart the book and tried. But I do have some things that I want to include in my franking planning, which I need to still get. This is my birthday month coming up, the month of May. So I think I'm just going to treat myself to a few things that I know for a fact that I want. One of them being the Live Love Posh top tab dividers, which are currently sold out. Bummer. Okay. Kind of don't like that these are just right here together. And I think I'm just going to pick that up and just flip it. And I'll add some florals to that side. Planything stickers are amazing. As you see, it came up very easily on the Happy Planner page. One of the things about Happy Planner paper I have noticed, though, is that it's not as strong as the Erin Condren paper. I want to say the Erin Condren paper is like 80-pound weight paper and pretty tough. It definitely can handle a lot of markers without the bleeding through happening, which is really good as well. I feel as if I veered off a little bit of the decorative element that I do like to include on my spread. I did choose to use these flowers this week because we're heading into May, and of course, April showers brings what? May flowers. And I think at this point, I'm kind of over April showers. Anyway. April can keep their showers. Come on, May. So along with Happy Planner being my most, recent obsession in planners, I feel like they're just so much more flexible to use. They can serve so many more different purposes than just planning. I love the disc bound system, just being able to take a sheet of paper using a Happy Planner punch, despite the fact that I don't have one yet, and punch a hole in the paper to just go right inside of your planner. I do have a We Are Memory Keepers disc punch, and that has been a lifesaver because I do like to decorate all in the edges and then the binding, and I feel really happy when I can just punch it. Sorry if you guys can hear the train in the background. For some reason, I feel like I hear the train much more than I used to ever hear the train, but I'm a city girl. I am used to it. It does not bother me. But I do notice that I have been hearing it a lot more lately. I really like this piece, and I kind of feel like I really want to include it in this spread, but I don't want my spread to be overkill. I'm gonna take my wax paper to guide me and see if I can place it somewhere without it being too much. I think this looks really cute. I would hate to cut off her feet or her dress. We have a lot of open area down here. Let's try to stick to here. I would hate that heart to not be an area I can't write in. All right, we're gonna go for it. All right, so are there any dislikes about Happy Planner? I think the Happy Planner paper can definitely be a bit stronger, so that way it's not ripping, as easily. But it's not really a big deal, when paper rips. We got a sticker for that. Things I dislike about Erin Condren. The one thing that did bother me about the Erin Condren vertical, which is probably why I never really got into it, was that the vertical planner has these spaces in between, I want to say each day, or like kind of like the time period for the day, which kind of made me feel as if the flow of how I'm laying my stickers were going to be interrupted by those lines. All right, so I probably could really just take my, white ink gel pen and get rid of those lines, but it will really be a lot. And I felt, someone who was new to decorative planning, it was really going to interrupt, which made me really look at Happy Planner a lot more. Okay, hopefully I didn't cut too deep through my page. This is an X-Acto knife, in case you don't know. All right, and I just use it to just cut around the edge. See, did not take that much effect away from her dress at all. Okay, I'm gonna include some bullet points down on the page for some more functionality. I can jot down the things I did today. I really did a lot. More so being because I didn't want to be overwhelmed when going back to work, or thinking about the things that I should have done when I was on spring break and didn't get done. Typically, I will look to see what colors I can use to make sure my spreads are balanced out. But this week, I just need to get it done. And also include a few bullet points on Saturday. And I am working on Saturday. There's also an event that I'm trying to go to on Saturday as well. Kind of wish we had the orangey-ish color and bullet points down here. Either way, I still really love how this spread is coming out. The last thing I do need on this spread is a nice springtime quote to help me feel the vibes. This page is almost done, so I can include more stickers somewhere. I think it's okay to go up this side of the page. And I think I pulled at that way too hard. I put at the last sticker way too hard. Okay, now let's look for some quotes. And then I'll let you know about how I feel about which planner I feel more to go with. Spring is definitely in the air. As we see, these flowers are blooming. It's springtime, bloom from within. Okay, I'm gonna go with spring is in the air. I feel like the page coming out is definitely telling me to use something from that page. All right, where we're gonna place this. I think it's telling me it wants to go there, but I wanna make sure I have enough space to write things down on for Sunday. Definitely need my white gel pen. Get rid of that section that says notes. I could have used my Tombow whiteout, but I think it's a little far away from me right now. Okay, spring is definitely in the air. I will go through after this with my bone folder to help brighten up these. Stick it down there. I can also use another quote to the side of her. I just saw, okay, this bloom from within. Sometimes we need our tweezers to help us pick up these stickers because it can be really hard to pick up the clear stickers. All right, so the moment of truth, what you guys has pretty much been waiting for if you made it to this point in the video, was finding out would I continue using an Erin Condren or would I continue using a Happy Planner. And to be honest with you guys, I'm going to continue with both. I love the Daily Duo and I love all of the layouts from Happy Planner. So if you were relying on me to decide which one you wanted to buy, just go ahead and go for both. Go ahead and go for both. And that's it for my planning for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I use Planything's Spring Vibes. And you can also check out Cocosvision for the doll. This doll is Ciara. If you purchase, if you use the link below to purchase, you will receive a discount, and I do receive a small commission, which would help out with my channel. I hope you like this, and I hope I see you again in the future for more. Bye.